computer. All right. Welcome everybody to our Wow Wednesday testimonial call. I am Tammy Ward, if you don't know who I am, and I have Dr. Sheila on the call with me too. She co-hosts with me. This call is designed so that you can share your testimonials on anything to do with Solex. It can be the scanner, it can be any of the products that you see on that diagram behind you. Anything is allowed as long as it's a testimonial and and we're not talking about other things. So we welcome you. And if you are new here, please just unmute yourself when we're asking for testimonials. We just kind of keep things fun and fluid. And we just want to hear, even if it's something small or if it's something big, please just share your experiences, share your testimonials. And if you've been invited here by somebody else, please follow up with that person after the call if you're interested in knowing more. Dr. Sheila, would you like to say anything?
Yes, welcome everybody, and thank you so much for taking time to be here with us tonight, because without you, this call is not possible. We learn something every single week, so thank you, and please share with us even the smallest of things because they're big to somebody.
Yeah. And we do sometimes share little tips and tricks on here, and those are okay too, as long as it's Solex driven. I am going to share the disclaimer. The AO technology or any of the products that we share about tonight have not been evaluated by the FDA. They're not approved by the FDA. And if you are sick, please go see a physician, check in with them. But our products are not meant to diagnose, treat, mitigate any disease, and we're not doing that. We are just simply educating our bodies and helping our bodies perform the best way they can. So without further ado, I'm going to stop the share screen so that we can see everybody, because I just can't see everybody when I have a screen up. And I like to see everybody's beautiful face. So here we
Me
go.
too.
So just as we go along, just unmute yourself or raise your hand and share a testimonial. So who would like to go first?
I'll go, Tammy.
All right, come on, Deb.
So, I have a young girl that I've been working with for quite a few months now. She had a strep infection in her ears for forever, and she's 17, and she had cystic acne come up on her face. So, I actually had her get the illuminator, and then I made her some beef tallow with actually Solex's methylene blue and copper and minerals. And then I also had her put the methylene blue into the face toner. And she sent me a message, like it was like 2 days, and she's like, I they're completely. I've used my Solex illuminator, and within 3 times of using it, along with the other products, it has completely cleared the two up. They have shrunken down to almost nothing.
Wow, that's a great testimonial.
That
I think
is. Wow.
Yeah. That inner illuminator is very, very good. That leads me to a testimonial that one of my QLAs wanted me to share, if I can share it. She is from India, so I'll read it and then I'm going to post it later on the Facebook, in the group and on my page. But I thought this testimonial was phenomenal, and it has to do with the AO illuminator. So this is what she writes. Tammy, I had a testimonial to share for the illuminator, which I wanted to share. I was quite unwell end of December to 20th of January. I had a very bad viral infection that affected my ears and my throat, and I lost my voice and hearing from one ear. The loss of hearing really made it um, very difficult, hang on, very challenging for me to do anything. I was not myself. I felt lost. I was super low on my energy levels, close to doing nothing but just sleeping. With medications, I was able to regain my voice, but not my hearing. I was on antibiotics, but nothing. I finally decided to stop the antibiotics. And from the week of the 14th until January 26th, all I did was the illuminator on my ears about 6 to 8 minutes on high intensity. My hearing is back to normal. I just wanted to share this, and you can go ahead and share this with my name if you wish to in your testimonial call. So this comes from Artie Desai, and she's one of my Eastern Indian QLAs. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That is way cool.
Yeah. So use your illuminator when you've got, inflammation or congestion in areas, because that will help to clear that out a little bit.
I also had my girl using the wristband after she put the products on. So
Yeah.
she was using the illuminator on her face, but I also made sure she was using the 660 band as well.
Sweet. Thank you. All right. Anybody else want to share anything? Go ahead, Janice.
Hi, everybody. Janice here from New Zealand. Okay, mine was really quite, it was a real test. I was away doing a house sitting job with a little doggy that I didn't know, and the family had gone, and the dog was really a yapper, and any of the kids that walked past or motorbikes or noise, this little doggy would just nut off. And I'm thinking, it's gonna go. So took the photo, did the address because I didn't know how old the dog was. I didn't have an ID. So I took a photo, did the address and the target, did a scan through the vitals, came up and I had a look and I'm thinking, don't know really, but I'm going to go with my intuition. And I got out my muscle testing and I put in the playlist and just broadcasted it to this little doggy. And within about 10 minutes, I suppose, around kids are walking past, a motorbike's going, and the little doggy's asleep under my table where I was working because I'd put the scanner down and I'd played the harmonics for the dog's name was Lenny, put it down, and he just lay down and just totally was out to it. Was beautiful. And then after that, because I left it for about like two times at 5 minutes, and then because I've got one of those other wands, because I'm waiting for our wand to arrive, I'll leave that there. I got it out and I hit his paws and did his tummy, did his spine. That doggy didn't bark for the rest of the day. It's like, wow. So, yeah, but there was a lot going on because of the food that they were feeding him. But, you can't do that. So I was thinking, I just can't wait till New Zealand can get the wand because it would just, wow. So, yeah, that was my testimony. It was beautiful just to see the scanner work so fast. And I didn't know how old Pup was, and I didn't know his ID. I had no idea. So I put the address and I'd followed that through you, Tammy. So, bless you. Thank you so much for
I am
sharing your
so glad.
knowledge.
I saw the picture of the little dog, the little kind of a apricot color or a beigey color, little curly hair. I thought, oh, she's doing great things with it.
Yeah, bless you. Thank you. So I've had quite a few people reach out and say, what is this that you've got? Well, I'm thinking, I've opened up a can of worms. I've got to learn more. I've got to learn some more. So, yeah, bless you both. Yeah, and thank you as well.
Nice.
I follow you all the time.
Good
But thank you for
job.
sharing that because so many people are just intimidated to just go for it because they think they just don't know enough and they're not sure what to do. Just go for it. I mean, thank you so much for sharing that. That will help inspire a lot of people to not be so intimidated.
Yep.
Yeah, but I have to say that it was really through following Tammy, following yourself, and really just getting that knowledge and know that it actually is okay to try that and just do it because you've already tried it on yourself. So bless you both. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, run.
I'm actually running broadcasting. I scanned a dog that one of our well, it's the actual rescue that we got ours from. There's a little dog that has kennel cough and parvo, and I reached out and I said, do you mind if I run some frequencies on this little dog? And so I put the dog in and I'm running frequencies on it right now, so we'll see if it helps.
That would be awesome.
Anybody else? You can just unmute yourself and share away.
I'll just share a little bit. Tammy posted a transition playlist for me this last weekend. Mike's mom, who's in the nursing home in 97, not living her best life, but we had a little scare Sunday morning, and we thought she was going to leave us, and started doing a playlist that Tammy shared just to assist. And by the end of the day, she is not ready to go. So she is still with so not sure what that was all about, but I intuitively checked in with her, and I just saw that she was so deeply rooted in her seat. She wasn't ready to go. But maybe the frequencies are allowing her to, sort things out. We have another family emergency going on right now where my sister-in-law is in the hospital with sepsis and MRSA. So I kind of got the little message that maybe she doesn't want to go until maybe that's all sorted out. So, and unfortunately, my sister-in-law is not quite as open to that kind of stuff. So, I'm letting go and letting God, and I have tools to help if someone wants it. Thank you, Becky, for helping me remember that.
Yep.
So,
That's awesome.
Not everybody's willing, and it's just so simple. I mean, it's not gonna hurt you, and it's definitely not gonna create any problems. If anything, it'll help you. All right, anybody else? Those of you that are coming on a little late, just unmute yourself if you have something to share. We'd love to hear from you.
I'll talk about my confidence in sharing has gotten more stronger, and just going, oh, that's what I want to share. So last week we were talking about, well, in the actual call, Solex call, they were talking about affirmations, and Dr. Darrell was explaining it. So I had something like very powerful. Um, I saw in MindSync where we could do the custom affirmations. So what I did, I went ahead and created a list of affirmations for myself, my family, my business, and all of that. And I put my own music to it. And so I've been listening to it, and it's just amazing how much it changed your whole atmosphere and the vibe. And so I was like, man, that's a whole different thing right there. It's one thing to to have your own words to hear it, but if you put in your own music to it, then that takes it to another level. And so I was able to do a stream, and I'll share how the scanner works, and I was tying it into the power of your own voice, and then the frequencies that are in our voice to be able to scan, but also the frequencies that are in our own music, as a musician. And so I'm able to tie in a lot of what I do kind of naturally into promoting the scanner and the business. So that's been really cool for me. So it continues to grow, and it's beginning to be a lot natural for me to share. So I just wanted to share that.
Very nice.
Yay!
Yeah.
That's awesome. Love hearing these stories.
I'll
You'll
share another one kind of similar to that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was inspiring. I shared this the other night with some other team members, but I really can tell a difference. It's been almost a year now since I joined, and so I think the consistency over time, because I can say in that year, I mean, I probably could count on one hand the number of times I've missed doing easy scan inner voice, like every day. I do it first thing in the morning, so I'm very consistent with it. But I've noticed over the year even a change in my voice as well, because I can feel that my voice feels stronger. I can feel more confident in my voice. I can feel that coming through. And so that has definitely helped me in some areas where I think maybe subconsciously I had been hiding. You know what I mean? Like kind of staying in the background, kind of stay in the shadows, don't want to be out in the front, that kind of thing. Which I know we all can deal with that at times. But that was holding me back. That was holding me back. And so I've just really noticed consistency over time, changing that for me, even to the point where, sometimes things shift and you go, why was I hiding? So why was I afraid to do this, or why was I afraid to do that? Because it shifts actually can be so profound that you're like, why was I even doing that? And so that's what I've noticed is areas that I would have kind of stayed in the background and not stepped out forward, whether it's sharing or doing things more publicly or whatever. I think it's really helped me to release some things that were maybe deeper down. So that has made a huge difference for me, and it's helped me to reach some goals that that I really really excited about. So yeah, I just want to encourage people to be consistent over time with that. Yes, it's wonderful when you have like something dramatic that happens one time, and sometimes that does happen. Like sometimes things shift very quickly, and so I don't limit that at all. But I also think consistency over time, like think about a wave coming in, it's like gradual, and then it just builds and builds. And it's also very, very powerful. So definitely be consistent, and things will begin to shift for sure.
Do y'all notice how different her voice is tonight? Can you hear that?
Yep.
It is so much stronger.
Yep.
Rock star.
Yep.
Thank you.
She's my first platinum.
It's incredible. And it is so true, you guys, because whenever I started with the scanner, I remembered I used to listen to my voice and I'm like, oh, I don't want to hear that. And I did just like Sandy. I hid behind Facebook for so many years. And then as I started to emerge too, I'm like, why? Why? We are all called for a grand purpose. We just got to get out there and do it. We need to share it with people. And so what if they're not your person? Move on to the next one because we got a mission, guys. We have a mission to get this out to everybody.
We do. And as we transform like this and we find our voice, now we also help other people find theirs. And that is a ripple. That is just so powerful.
Yes, that ripple effect is really, really powerful. And I know weeks ago, I guess it was after the September Day of Discovery, I had not talked to Sheila in, I don't know, just a few weeks, really, maybe 3 weeks or so. And then we got on the phone together and I was like, your voice sounds different. Like I could tell. And so I know MindSync was really the thing that started shifting things for her. And so, but I mean, instantly, because we talk fairly regularly and I could hear a difference in her voice, and it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, yours tonight is blowing me away.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. I hear it too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Julie, you're so sweet. There are some MindSync affirmations in my group, and we can also put them in the chat group if you're on our team. We're happy to put those affirmations in there. But I can tell you a little trick that you can do. If anybody uses like the Chat GPT or even Barden AI or something, it's free stuff. You can go in there and you can prompt it to type you up like 25 affirmations based on NLP principles. You can type it up like that and it'll give you 25 or 30 different affirmations. And then you can say those. So if you struggle to figure out what to say, then have it formulate you some affirmations and You pick out the ones that resonate with you. And remember, you don't have to do all 25. You can do 1 to 4. That's really the trick, is to do less. So get used to that and just enjoy playing around with that. Anybody else?
So I had something kind of cool happen.
Okay.
We have a Harley Davidson shop in town,
Mhm.
and they do Facebook Live videos of like the businesses, just kind of promote small businesses. And so on my scanner, I've been running, the abundance and all the frequencies for success for my business. And they called me or emailed me a couple of weeks ago, hey, would you be interested in doing a Facebook Live video with us? Yeah, free advertising, that's great. And so they came last Wednesday and did the video, and the number of people who have contacted me has multiplied greatly. And just the variety of people. So that's really cool.
Nice.
That is awesome. Way to go.
Awesome. Thank you. Anybody else? Go ahead.
Yeah, the boss here.
Hey, Greg.
So December 22nd, I tripped and I braced myself with this hand, and it was kind of owie, and it's still a little bit owie to today. I had to turn my practitioner hat on the other day and start working on it, but the scanner point out exactly where the issue is. If you go to my social media, I posted it, and yeah, my wife is definitely helping me nurse it. But yeah, also today I was running Steffi's for that same area. I'm pretty sure it's a slight fracture now. So I don't want to do radiation for my body, but I did the Steffi's for the broken bones, and I auto listed it, and everything kind of like lined up, and I played it, and I had like almost instant relief. I just got to stop using it.
Wow.
Very nice. Thank
I
you.
relate to that. I have to be that way too. I have another one, Tammy.
Go for it.
So I've been working with a young boy that's vaccine injured. He's about 7 years old. And I have his mother just signed up for the scanner, and I've got her scanning him 3 times a day. And then we're working on his gut a little bit and, getting started on that. But for now, I'm just like, just scan him and play the tones for him. Just scan him and play the tones for him. Keep it simple, just let's get the hang of that. And she sent me a message last week, and it said, I took him to Rural King last night to find a pair of cowboy boots from somebody told me it would help with support his ankles. The child uses a walker normally. Um, and he started, when I first met him, he wasn't mobile at all. And then I finally talked her into taking him to my acupuncturist. He uses the FSM and the microcurrent, the frequency medicine and stuff. And so she's followed in my footsteps. But just like me, we got to a certain point of improvement and then saw no more improvement. So it got stale, stagnant. You know what I'm saying? And I've been trying to get her to follow me with the scanner. And then now she's finally starting to listen to me. And she did. And she was like, he walked around the entire store holding on to the shopping cart and pushing it for me. I was absolutely shook. All I'm doing is just placing those music things you send me for him as much as I can. So if I'm seeing those kind of results just from playing that music to him, I really can't wait to see what else we can do. I'm blown away.
Wow.
Me too. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, he's kind of a little special guy for me. And you know what? It's so funny because she could not remember who kept. She was like, one day she just messaged me out of the blue and was like, "It was you," and I'm like, "Okay, it was me. Well, what did I do? What did I do now?" And she's like, "You're the one who was telling me about the frequency, health and quantum health." And you're the one who told me about Raha. And I'm like, yeah. And then when she told me what kind of improvements he had been having from them, I mean, I bawled like a baby. And I have been trying to, I buy my eggs from her. You know, we ping off of each other on Facebook. We're both like, you know, homestead type people. She has an active homestead. I'm going to a homestead, you know, kind of thing. And I'm just really excited because it's like I've told her, I mean, you're not going through all of this for no reason. It's because you have a calling. And that's just the bottom line. And she actually, so she went to college. Her whole family are medical examiners. So she already has a medical degree. And I'm like, girl, you gotta, you know, get your coaching certificate. You need to learn all this for herself because your son's problems are so diverse that you need to have the knowledge that I have. And I think she's coming, I think she's really coming along. I'm really excited about it. It just really inspires me.
Sweet. Thank you, Deb. It's
That's
awesome.
powerful.
Yeah, that's as simple as it is sharing with people and letting them experience it, because if they don't experience it, they don't know what it's about. So offer to do a complimentary something and then connect with them. You know, it's just it really just is a domino effect. All right, anybody else?
Hey, can I go?
Yes, go
Hey,
for it.
everyone.
Hello.
I don't have any updates. I came in just to say, why does Sheila look like she's leaving us?
I'm pup sitting 2 large pit bulls.
Oh, I have 3 behind me. So
Sorry. Oh gosh.
I
And they
came in
wanna
here
play.
just to say congratulations to Dr. Sheila. I'm sure
Aw.
I imagine that I'm not the first, but
Nope.
because I just got here. I got here late, but I still wanted to do it. Congratulations.
Yep.
Thank you, dear.
That's all.
Congratulations. Woohoo.
And Sandy and Leanne. Can't do it
Yes.
without my team.
Nope.
Our team
Cannot
is
do it
amazing.
without 'em. Can't do it without our
Ready,
teams.
go, team.
Yes, go for it. Who wanted to speak? Any more testimonials? You can just unmute yourself and share, or you can raise your hand and I'll call on you. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello, Cynthia.
How are you?
Good. How are
Good
you?
evening.
I'm doing great. So what I want to share is I am the same way. I was the same way with not sharing as often. So I've definitely put myself out there more, and I have been playing the playlist a lot more. I have started to even advertise Seppi groups, and one of the playlists actually calls for unlimited creativity. And I know I spoke about that one last week, and I actually have the proof of my creativity right here that I put out there. And also, I even received a job offer, even though I'm not looking for a job, but someone is interested in, I guess, wanting me to do the holistic care with the Seppi system with their practice. So it's just been great things, just putting myself out there a little more. And I actually hosted my first call yesterday. So more to come. I'm trying to stop hiding behind the scenes and the screen myself. So
Look at all these people stepping into their purpose.
Yes. Awesome.
May I ask you a question to Cynthia?
Yeah,
Yes,
go
sir.
for it.
Cynthia, you said you hosted your first call. Can you tell us about that? Like, was it a Solex call, a Seppi call? What did you do? If you don't
It
mind.
was a Solex call, just an introduction to Solex, but more so to discuss the upcoming Seppi groups. But I also, I
Your
didn't
Seppi
feel like
group.
I could discuss Seppi groups without individuals understanding what AOScan was. So it was more of an introduction to that first and foremost.
With the goal is to enroll people in your Seppi groups, but you're giving them a foundational understanding of Solex. Otherwise, Cephis don't make sense. Is that pretty accurate?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay,
And for
congratulations.
all that attended, I offered, and I've already sent out some to actually do the complimentary scan so they can actually see for themselves,
Mhm.
like just the beauty of the system.
That's a really good idea.
It
It
is a good
is.
idea.
And then through the Cephi group, they learn more about it and they're going to want their own.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Way to go.
Very good. Anybody else like to share anything?
This is really an exciting call. Listen to all these voices coming out.
Mhm.
I love it.
I do too. Such an incredible group.
I got a question. So in the Cephi group, like what is the what happens there?
They just get frequencies broadcasted to them for depending on who is holding the group. Like one group I know, they do it for 21 days and they broadcast different playlists targeting certain specific things like maybe money, blockage to money, or maybe, they need some vagus nerve help, or maybe they're struggling to lose weight. So you may have like some that do like weight loss groups or weight release groups.
Insights.
Yeah, so they'll broadcast frequencies for a group of people for 2 hours a day for 21 days for a small fee, just so they can experience the frequencies.
Wow,
Yeah.
2 hours a day. So what do they'll put like a video up with the frequencies going?
No, nothing's needed. Nothing is really needed to show. They just will put the playlist maybe in their little team chat or their chat with their group people in there and show what playlist that they're actually broadcasting for the following 2 hours. And they'll rotate those playlists, but there's nothing for anybody to listen to. There's nothing to really respond to other than, some of these group leaders will do some fun activities to help you maybe do affirmations for money blocks or affirmations for weight loss and things like that. Or they might share Vegas drills if they or a practitioner of some sort. So they kind of encourage those ones in the group to kind of move along with the frequencies or to, utilize the frequencies for their body. And there's big changes happening with people that get that done or have that done.
Yeah, Kuman, I just started my first one because it intimidated me and God hit me upside the head 3 days before the first day of the year and told me to do it. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, we're going to throw it together. But mine was more about inner transformation, just because that's the journey that I'm on. And I'm really passionate about helping people transform on the inside. And so I actually have them do a voice scan every morning. They send me a voice clip. I send them lots of inspiration. I made a little chat with the people that are enrolled. So it's just us where we can talk, and they send me gratitude every single day just because of the community, the support, the inspiration, because they've got things they want to change and creating new habits. But I also did an affirmation list for each of them, based more on what's going on in their lives, that we recorded one time, and they get that to listen to every day. But I ask them to listen to their inner voice a few times a day. I broadcast a playlist for them a couple of hours. I've learned that when I do it overnight, they actually notice more benefit, which I thought was interesting.
Mm,
And then they listen to their affirmations. And I made a little spreadsheet or a little checkoff sheet for them to remember to drink their water, do some deep
mm,
breathing, visualize when they're doing their deep breathing, and really be present when they listen to their tones and when they listen to their affirmations. So it's been really life changing. I know everybody does these groups a little bit different, but for one, you're giving people exposure to the technology and teaching them how easy it is that they can do this for themselves. And even other people that have it, I've got some new people in there that weren't using their scanner. Now they're learning how powerful it is and how they can use it for themselves.
mm. Now, are these people who you're charging, or they're already on your team, or what?
Yeah, you charge, like everybody's charging something different. I'm doing a 33-day thing because 33 days to create new habits is kind of my thing. But some people will do just 7 days, depending on what they're doing. And you put a price on it that you think is fair.
Wow.
Yeah. We can talk more about that tomorrow night on our team call if you want.
Okay, that'll be good.
Anybody else? Anybody have anything on the new mat or the foot detox? I know Scott's been using the foot detox almost every day. He's been doing great with it.
I finally got mine. I ordered it way back. And so I've been waiting. So it literally just got it and it's in the box. So I would love to hear more from people who are using it consistently as I get mine out and start using it, like maybe just some testimonials with that, because I'm excited to get started and potentially use with clients.
Yeah. Now, I do know I've got one team member that she was using it every day and then ended up having some sort of health issue. And she thought it was because of the foot detox. And well, you've got a lot going on. So you probably shouldn't be using it every day with it, with everything that she's got going on. However, I did see once she kind of paused and then just slowly went back to it, she's been able to control her sugar numbers a lot better. And she's noticing things even in her scanner that her liver is even improving. And that has been a big concern for her. And it is literally changing her life. She loves that foot detox, and she's just starting to get into the scanner. She's very technically challenged, but I just keep encouraging, just click the buttons and just do it. And then, I connect with her from time to time, but it's been incredible for her. So, and I use the foot detox not as often, not as often as Scott is, but every time I use it, I just feel this tingling that just goes all the way up my body. And I almost feel, I don't know, just really energized that day. For me, that's what it does for me. I just love it. So,
Have you noticed anything about the time of day, if people are doing better to do it in the morning if it's energizing, or is it better in the evening for sleep? Or
yeah, I've not done it in the evening. That might be something I do this evening because I'd really like to do it again. I haven't done it this week, so I'll try it this evening and see what it does for me. But I've been doing mine in the morning, and it just seems to really give me a lot of energy throughout the day.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lauren made a statement somewhere at some point recently about not doing it too late in the day.
Yeah.
And I know I did one night because I thought nighttime would be great before bed, but I did not sleep worth a crap.
Oh, well, then maybe I won't do it tonight.
But you also know everybody's
before I'm done.
You also know people are different. Some things that keep some people up will make other people go to sleep. So
Yeah, that's true. And I am kind of an oddball, so
we're
Benadryl
different.
wires me and doesn't put me to sleep. So
Knocks me on my butt.
yeah. Yeah.
all right. Anybody else want to share anything? Well, I guess I kicked Scott out.
Oh,
He probably fell out. I'm still running frequencies on pets and people, and I will be going back on the 12th. And I'm just hoping that I see some good results on that. I've been running those frequencies about 2 hours a day as well on that little area. But it's incredible. I hope when I go back that I get told we don't have any dogs. That would be a dream come true.
Can I just ask a question, Tammy?
Sure.
I had a friend after my post about the little doggy. She's got a little puppy and, of course, has gone and had the first vaccinations. The doggy's only 10 weeks old now, but has just been determined has now got parvo. And she's really panicking, and she's not long said, please help me with your beautiful frequencies. And I'm thinking, holy shitballs, here we go. And
I have
I'm
a
thinking,
parvo list. I'll send it to you.
Oh, would you? But I thought, no, I've actually got them playing now, and I thought, I'm going to do this. I'm going to use my intuition, took the scan, did the vitals, came up and saw quite a few things going, like indigestions, the parasites, and I just stuck it on the playlist, and she just messaged me now on my phone, said, because the doggy was throwing up, wasn't eating, wasn't drinking, and she just said, what have you done? Bronco's now drinking his water and is up, just not quite, but is up walking and is just wanting to eat something. Shut the gate. I mean, like,
Yeah.
whoa! It's like, oh my gosh. But I was thinking, Parvo, I don't know. And I was going, Tabby, help,
Yeah.
what do I do?
You're doing the right thing. Keep it up.
Oh, I tell you, honestly, trust your intuition, as you both said on the day of discovery. Honestly, it's that just opens everybody's world. Truly, if anybody gets a chance, you've got to go to a day of discovery or a virtual. It just opens your world and gives you that confidence. And you've got these amazing leaders who share all their testimonies. It was like, what? So, yeah, it almost brings you to tears when you get something like that. She's just messaged while I'm on the call. That's why I had to turn off my screen. So, please, yes, I'd love the playlist if I can. Wouldn't that be amazing if we can say that? Go back now and check, because the vet wants to give the puppy its next parvo shot.
No.
No.
Bully, you aren't kitty.
It's like, what do? You know, it's big.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, so there you go. I just wanted to share that. Bless you, Tammy. Gina,
Awesome.
yes. Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome. Thank you for sharing. You know, the animals are just so receptive. And there's no placebo effect with animals. So that's why we know it works so well. Anybody else?
Make this up.
Yeah. And kids, man, kids just know. Us adults, we're just got so many walls up. Just bring your walls down. All right. Anybody else want to share anything? We got a few more minutes left.
Well, I guess on that topic, I mean, this was maybe about a year and a half ago. I had a dog come in and wasn't walking, and they're about to put the dog down. And I ran a scan on the dog, gave the dog some water, and the dog started to walk. The dog
Wow.
walked out, and they still put the dog down.
Oh,
No.
I couldn't believe it.
whoa.
Oh, I hate that.
That just was a damper, thanks. Oh.
I don't understand that. All right. Anybody else like to share anything? Give us something positive, please. Come on.
We have to come back from that one.
Yeah. Let's come back from that one. Well, we just know that given those frequencies to that little one, at least they rose above and had a great transition, hopefully. But I hate that.
I'm doing the little experiment like Tammy is. I have a friend who's pregnant right now, and she does not know the sex of the baby. And she's due sometime in the first week in February, but it's her third child, so we're expecting any day now. So I've been scanning her, I think it was 3 days in a row. One night I got a different sex. And I was like, well, that was odd. But then every time after that, it's showing girl. But I don't know. That was weird. Did you have that when you?
I had a couple that I did that, but what I realized is that I had not set the proper intention. So when I do that, I sit and I say a prayer and I ask for Father to give me, what this child is, and I make sure I clear myself and I clear the person, and then I run it, and then whatever comes up is usually what's right. But I've had 2 times that it came up a little off, and it's because I didn't do what I needed to do.
Good Good to know.
Yeah.
I'll keep you posted.
Intention is everything, let me tell you. And if
Isn't that
your
the truth?
energy is off, I just say don't do it. You know, if you're having a bad day, just don't do stuff like that.
Perfect.
So,
Yeah, I have to say, I still struggle with being present.
Yeah.
That is a hard lesson for people that just go, 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 but it's so important to learn.
it is. I have to check in all the time because I'm going all the time too. But you have to stop every now and again. You have to really clear that and clear yourself, and sometimes even clear your house. I mean, I'll take days where I clear my house even because when you get to working with a lot of clients, you're bringing that energy into your own home and into your own space, and you need to keep that clear. That's real important. All right, anybody else like to say anything or share anything? Got about 8 minutes left.
I've got something that kind of keeps coming up while everybody's been talking. And so one of my favorite quotes is a Michelangelo quote. And he said, I saw the angel in the marble and I carved until I set it free.
Oh,
And that has always stuck with me. And I used to teach art. And so that was a quote that I used a lot. But I find it with this because I feel like what happens is as we're clearing away the things that don't belong and the things that, we've acquired that have kind of covered us up, as we're scanning and we're doing making these lifestyle changes and we're removing those layers of things that don't belong, we're able to get down to what we were created to be. And then we're able to bring our gifts into the world, like what we were brought here to do.
Yep.
And so that helps us with not hiding, because, we're carving away and revealing what we were created to be. So yes, somebody asked me to repeat it. It's a Michelangelo quote. And he said, I saw the angel in the marble and I carved until I set him free.
it's going to be stuck in my head.
I love that.
It's stuck with me. So thinking about that as you're scanning, as you're making the changes, as you're doing those things, you're helping to remove those things that are blocking the beauty of who you are and the gifts that you're bringing into the world, what you were brought here to do.
Yeah.
So that to me helps. It's a good reminder of how important that is.
That's so true.
Amen.
Thank you
That's
so
powerful.
much.
That was worth the
Thank you,
call
Sandy.
tonight, right?
Wasn't it? Thank
It
you,
kept coming
Sandy.
up. It kept coming up, and I kept thinking, well, I don't want to block anybody's testimonies if somebody has testimony to share, but it kept coming up and it kept coming up. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna share it because
Wow.
so I hope that's inspiring to you guys too.
It is. And
Thank
that's something that we get told over and over, even when we go to day of discovery. Kai even had a special. Everybody's got their own genius and everybody has something that they can bring. So get out there and just love on people. Just love on people.
I heard somebody say in some training that I did at some point, more dreams are buried in the cemetery than ever blossom out here.
Isn't that true?
So the more we can do this for ourselves and help other people do it, the more those dreams will not go to the cemetery.
Yeah. Yeah, please don't let your dream go.
Yeah.
Gotta do those. All right, anybody else? Got 6 more minutes. Here's your chance. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, we would.
Big or small, doesn't matter. Nothing?
Looks like Tammy and Dr. Sheila are going to have to take it out. So
Trying to think of if I've heard of anything recently that I could share. I just can't think off the top of my head. Well, anybody else want to share anything?
I know Molly McNamara has some really great stories. I don't know if you can hear me, Molly.
Yeah,
I'd love to hear
I
Molly.
can hear you guys. I can hear you. I'm on the receiving end today for sure. I'm in one of those days where I just need to see the angel and remember how to find the marble. Yeah, I'm kind of low, so I'm just getting my frequencies, and I'm also listening to you guys. So it very much part of the family, but just kind of just on the receiving side tonight. Thank you.
All right, sweetie, we'll be praying for you and sending some energy your way.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
She's amazing.
Yeah. Yes, that's thank you for saying that though, and being willing to be vulnerable to share that, because don't we all have days like that? I mean, we all have days where we're not on the top of the world,
Yep.
you know, and there are days that we need to be receiving, and I mean, probably most of us who want to help others are givers. You know, we're giving, and it's what we love to do is give, but it's like someone said one time, it's like we inhale and we exhale. We can't forever exhale, right? We're not meant to forever exhale. We also have to inhale. So to know that it's time to stop and receive is powerful. So that's awesome, Molly.
Yeah, thank you, Molly.
Yep, thank you. All right, guys. Love your thumbs up, Molly. You've got this. Just keep playing your frequencies. All right, anybody else want any final words? Sharon? Oh, okay. All right, well, we'll go ahead and close this evening. We've got an exciting Solex call update coming up. Lots of celebrating to do with a lot of people on our team for sure. So we thank each and every one of you for being here, taking the time out to share an hour with us. And again, if you are new to our call, please reach out to the person that invited you. If you weren't invited, please reach out to either Dr. Sheila or myself or somebody that you resonated with on the call. Please reach out to them. And we look forward to seeing you again next week. We do this every week. This has been going on for a year now, and we're going on our second year, and we absolutely love it. If anybody wants to host it and co-host it, you're welcome to. Just let me or Dr. Sheila know, because hearing from other people sometimes just really ignites something differently in each of us. So we are not opposed to letting someone else run the call. You just have to have a Zoom link. But anyway, we thank you. Dr. Sheila, would you like to end with anything?
Yep. Thank you all so much for these stories and all this inspiration and even the vulnerability, Molly. Thank you so much, because we do need to receive. But without you guys, this call is not possible. 13 months now.
We're so happy you guys are here, and we're so glad you're taking part of this. So until next week, you guys go out there and share the frequencies with the world. We love y'all.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Night.